Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about how the following players have officially been ruled out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Week 2 matchup versus the Detroit Lions. Luke Goedeke, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers starting right tackle; Antoine Winfield Jr., the team's star starting safety; Goedeke, the team's starting defensive lineman; and Josh Hayes, the backup cornerback, have all been ruled out for the Week 2 matchup versus the Detroit Lions. So 3 big starters ruled out in a very important Week 2 game. Not great, all things considered. Now, this obviously does affect some of the content here on the channel. The players to watch is going to be a very different video going forward than what it would have been if all these players remained healthy. But in the case of Luke Goedeke, he is dealing with a concussion. In the case of Antoine Winfield Jr., he's dealing with an ankle/foot injury. In the case of Goedeke, he is dealing with a calf injury. In the case of Josh Hayes, he is dealing with an ankle injury as well. Zion McCollum and Logan Hall seem like they could be good to go on Sunday. We will probably be talking about those guys in a separate video if they can't go, but it seems like they're more leaning on being available for this upcoming game. But, you know, those names alone are some big losses, right? Firstly, in the case of Luke Goedeke, the team's starting right tackle. I mean, that's a big hit, right? You're going up against a pretty good pass, or not even, I should say, a very good pass rush of Aiden Hutchinson, Marcus Davenport, and you don't have your right tackle. And look, Luke Goedeke played very well last year for the Bucs. I feel like he did a very solid job, and he is one of the stronger points of the Buccaneers offense as a whole. Now that he is not going, you're going to have Justin Skule step up into that mix. And you did hear offensive coordinator Liam Cohen talk about some of the different ways that they will help out Justin Skule in this matchup in terms of chip blocking and all these different types of things. I like Justin Skule. He's been a veteran on this team for a couple of years now. I believe 2 years to be exact. I think last year was his first year with the team. Tristan Wirfs likes him a lot. He's a good sounding board for Tristan Wirfs in terms of being an offensive tackle in this league. And look, he's a guy that hasn't necessarily started a ton of games in his career, but is still a guy that has some good respect around the league, in my opinion. He was a 6th-round pick in the 2019 NFL draft. He spent from 2019 to 2021 with the San Francisco 49ers before joining the Bucs in 2022. Again, he's had a couple of years here with the Bucs so far up to this point. He's only started 12 games in his career. That is notable. That is something worth talking about. He does have some starting experience, which is good. That is something that you do like to see. He started 8 games in 2019, 4 games in 2020. Hasn't started a game since then. Didn't play in that 2021 season from 2022 to the current day. He's been with the Bucs. And look, I like Skule. I want to see what he can do here in terms of being a tackle. He has started some games in the league, so it's not the absolute end of the world. In 2019, whenever he did start 8 games, he did have a 62.3 grade. In 2020, that dropped to a 45.4, but he has showcased some good tackle play in the past. Hopefully he can come back and rebound with some good play in this game, and for however long Luke Goedeke is going to be out. Antoine Winfield Jr., I've talked about this in some separate videos. You're going to have Christian Izien as your starting center now. Honestly, one of the better defensive backs last year for the Bucs, in my opinion, but that was playing nickel corner. How is he going to be playing safety? We don't fully know yet. He did have to actually fill in as a outside cornerback due to all the injuries the Buccaneers had suffered last week against the Washington Commanders, but last year he did have a Pro Football Focus grade at 66.8 while playing in the nickel. Not too shabby in my opinion. I like Izien a lot, and I think that he can showcase some good ability playing safety. But again, the loss of Winfield Jr. is so freaking huge that we'll have to see how it goes. Goedeke is not going to be available for another game. That makes the return of Logan Hall a bit more important. You do have Will Golson, who's dealing with an injury of his own. Of course, you had Mike Green, you had CJ Brewer elevated from the practice squad to the active roster last week. I imagine one of those guys would be elevated this week as well. Then finally, in the case of Josh Hayes, you brought back Keenan Isaac to the main roster he was formerly with the Carolina Panthers, after he was cut from the Bucs initially, but now he's back. You've also got Tyreek Thunderberg in there as well. Those two guys would also get playing time if Zion McCollum would not be able to go due to his concussion as well. So some unfortunate injuries here, but look, I like Izzian. He's not an Antoine Field Jr., but fingers crossed that him and Jordan Whitehead can hold it down at safety. I hope that the Buccaneers give Justin School some help at that right tackle position, because that's not going to be an easy matchup for School. And of course, I want to see him go out there and succeed. Whether or not he will, that's going to be more of a wait and see type of situation. The Kalijah Kancey stuff's, disappointing. I've seen some people say labeling him a bust. He's not a bust yet, but you do feel concern about the injury history at this point, and it is notable. It is worth talking about. So we'll see, folks. There's your update on the injury front. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions about this down in the comments section below. I'd love to hear it. By the way, Crucial Catch merch is available out there as well, so definitely go check out that stuff. I've got the new shirt. I've got the new hat. Some good merch, man. I like it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys all enjoyed. As always, folks, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now. Go Bucs.